a spiritual entrepreneur, a podcast host, if you are offering services and products out into the world and we've been feeling a little stalled out, I'm going to share some advice that I just gave to my client with her permission, and it's going to help support you on your journey as well. My client has a podcast alongside of her spiritual business, and one of the things that I mentioned is you are asking everybody to come on to your podcast. Are you asking the same in return? Not necessarily to people directly, but putting those vibrations and frequencies out into the astral, into the ethers of, I want to do this too. I want to be invited to these amazing opportunities and experiences. And one of the things you said was, no, I need to start doing that. I said, yeah, this is where we're putting out a lot of good energy. And sometimes we're not always asking for that back in return. And we're not necessarily doing it to get something, but that is a healthy energy exchange with your reality. I am putting out all these good vibrations and setting all these people up for success and helping them with their leadership abilities and their communicative abilities. I would like that in return as well. There is nothing wrong with asking for that. That is taking up space. Okay, and I know as females sometimes we feel like we're being selfish or we're imposing on others. The thing is, we want other people out in the collective to feel like they can take up space, but that can only be done if you are doing that as well. That is how we all grow and evolve with one another, because we're not thinking about that about other people. We're thinking that about ourselves, that we're taking up too much space. We're not thinking that of them. Okay, so we need to give ourselves our own grace and compassion. You know what? I'm going to ask for what I want and I'm going to take up space too. And another piece of advice that I gave her to boost the amplification within her podcast and her business is to envision what you are both receiving out of this experience. Her as the host and them as the guest. And vice versa with her going on their podcast. But you can do this with your content, your services, whatever you have going on. What am I getting out of this and what are they getting out of this? Making a conscientious container of what your intentions are. You can do this before and you can do this after. Whether it's posting content, hosting podcasts, doing sessions with clients, whatever that might be. And her higher self said the reason that we want to do this is it'll magnetize people into your field by creating an abundance container for them to step into. And then they are going to co-create with you through their own amplifications. I'm going to say that again because this is going to be for your subconscious or your psyche. The reason that we want to state our intentions and the manifestations, the actualizations that we are both getting out of this experience is because it is going to magnetize people into your field, creating an abundance container for them to step into and co-create with you through their own amplifications. This is you projecting extremely magnetic energy out of your field. Of saying, when you step into my realm, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get more video views. You are going to have new opportunities and experiences come your way. You're going to step into a new level of communicative abilities, leadership. You're going to experience more synchronicities. You're going to feel more magical and whimsical and fun. You're going to feel uplifted and inspired and in your highest creative efforts. That's something that you can state over every experience that you are having, and that recalibrates your own field. It lifts your own self-concept and confidence, and it's sending blessings to the other person on the receiving end, whether that's the content or the podcast or the sessions, the products that you are offering. It is raising the foundational vibrations and frequencies of what you are putting out into the world, while at the same time requesting that for yourself in return. And taking up that space. So I would love to hear in the comments if this helped you shift your perspectives and if you are ready to explore your soul's next evolution. You know where to find me. Remember to give a follow to join the community, and I'm wishing you the absolutely most magical day.